Today marks 36 days of the government shutdown. How food pantries work to combat delayed benefits.
Overcrowding inflicts many animal shelters. Learn more about how local shelters respond to this issue.
A feast fit for a king or a dog. How shelter pets are celebrating the holiday season. UATV starts right now.
Welcome to this Wednesday night edition of UATV News. I'm Ali Tajani.
And I'm Kennedy Smith. Thanks for joining us. The government shutdown continues to delay SNAP benefits, also known as food stamps.
This means people who rely on this government assistance will no longer receive it.
Food pantries and local nonprofits across the nation work to step up their communities. The Live Source Food Pantry here in Fayetteville serves 1,500 to 1,600 families monthly. Live Source says they expect the SNAP delays to bring in an additional 300 families in just November alone. The pantry official says despite the government shutdown, he wants the pantry to act as a place of support for everyone.
The bottom line is, what can we come together and agree upon so that we can continue to help our neighbors that are in need?
Live Source opens to the public every weekday, and they say they need volunteers now more than ever.
The Full Circle Food Pantry on campus now allows pantry clients to make 3 visits per week.
The extra visits come after the change in SNAP benefits.
Those wanting to help can donate food or funds to the pantry. Anyone with a university ID can receive food from support for the pantry.
Fall basket signups opened on November 27th.
Signups close tomorrow, November 6th.
The baskets come with a variety of goodies, including vegetables, fruit, rolls, desserts, along with your choice of protein. Students can sign up through the Full Circle Food Pantry.
The Graduate Professional Student Congress partnered with the Division of Student Affairs to give away 6 free meal swipes to help support grad students dealing with food insecurity.
Students can apply now through an online application through HogSync.
Students can only submit 1 application. Meal swipes apply to all dining halls on campus.
Fayetteville Animal Services celebrates their season of thankfulness for the month of November.
This celebration uses community engagement to support local shelter pets. UATV's Ava Lacey is live with how residents can get involved.
This is the 4th year that FAS have celebrated what they call Kongsgiving. The shelter is asking the community for donations for Thanksgiving treats for the pets. Shelf-stable goods such as canned chicken, canned pumpkin, sodium-free broth, and spray cheese are all needed to fill the Kong Pet toys. The Kong Pet toys will be frozen and handed out as an enriching treat for the holiday season. The program's administrator says that every donation makes a difference.
Even if you just buy 1 can of pumpkin, 1 can of chicken, like it's going to go a long way to, changing the lives of these animals and making them feel loved and cared for.
In addition to food items, they are also accepting monetary donations. None of the donations will go to waste. Any donations left over after Thanksgiving will continue to be used throughout the year for enrichment. During the week of Thanksgiving, Animal Services is looking for short-term fosters for pets. The short-term foster dates are flexible. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Ava Lacey. Adoption fees will be waived for anyone who decides to adopt their foster pet.
The City of Fayetteville kicked off this month of thankfulness in collaboration with Animal Services to bring the community together and help support local shelter pets.
As Ava mentioned, from November 1st through the 22nd, the shelter celebrates its 4th annual Kongsgiving, allowing residents to prepare special Thanksgiving treats for shelter dogs and cats.
From November 24th to December 1st, Animal Services asked the community to help foster dogs during the holiday week. This offers families a short-term foster option.
Volunteers can pick up the dogs and cats on Monday, November 24th and return them to the shelter on Monday, December 1st. Those interested in fostering must fill out an application. According to the ASPCA, around 6 million pets enter animal shelters each year.
Many of these shelters face challenges with overcrowding and underfunding.
UATV's Gigi Kramer is live with more on how public and private shelters work together to get pets into their forever homes.
That's right, I'm here outside of the Fayetteville Animal Shelter, and even though it's closed right now, there are plenty of dogs and cats just behind that door waiting to find their way home. Now, shelters just like the one behind me that are city-owned in other cities around Northwest Arkansas and other private shelters around the area are working hard to make sure that all the pets who come through their door can find a new home. But for those pets waiting to be adopted, the choice to adopt can mean a little bit more. Across Northwest Arkansas, animals like skidoots are looking for a home. And while today most animals have the chance to find a home, that wasn't always the case.
I believe everybody wants to save more animals, right? But it's sometimes hard to change the way you do things.
But where some shelters may struggle with overcrowding, Best Friends Animal Society is there to help lighten the load.
We really do our best to work to support shelters that are at or, at risk of going over capacity. And our ultimate goal for the animals is really to get them in, get them everything they need, and get them adopted as quickly as possible so we can continue to help more.
For municipal shelters, though, they face the added challenge of serving multiple purposes within the community. Fayetteville Animal Services operate an animal shelter, but they're also animal control.
Municipal shelters are there kind of as I like to think of them as the safety net for animals that are in need.
They are also limited to helping people and animals that fall within Fayetteville city limits, unlike private shelters.
It's really hard sometimes when you get calls from people that their area just doesn't really offer much, if anything, in regards to animal services.
But no matter what type of shelter they work for, Lent and Logan are both in it for the same reason.
In the animal community has the same goals, right? We want to see pets and humans in safe and happy relationships.
Above all, Lynn says that she wants people to reach out. Even though Fayetteville Animal Services may not be able to help those people or animals outside of their jurisdiction, she says they're always happy to help with education and networking to find people who can. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Gigi Kramer.
Fayetteville Animal Services and Best Friends both offer resources online for current and potential pet owners. The City of Fayetteville honors Veterans Day with an early celebration.
This Saturday will feature the first annual Veterans Day Parade and Trade Show.
According to a press release from the Veteran and Military Affiliated Student Center, the parade will move along Dixon Street starting at 11. Parade attendees can wear patriotic colors and wave American flags to show support to all veterans present.
Campus organizations will celebrate veterans throughout next week with additional Veterans Day events.
On Monday, the Armed Forces Alumni Society will host its Veterans Day Military Ball.
Tuesday events will include a breakfast for all student veterans and a Veterans Day luncheon. The Associated Student Government will also host a Veterans Day celebration in the Union Mall.
Road construction looks to make catching a flight just a little easier. More on efforts to improve the drive to XNA.
2 private parking lots turn to city management. How Fayetteville expands parking consistency.
Advanced registration for the spring 2026 semester started on Monday. Enrollment dates differ depending on a student's current class standing. Students can enroll in courses through the Workday app. Students can use the Student Hub page on Workday for more details on their specific registration date and other information.
Driving to the Northwest Arkansas National Airport is about to change. A new highway project plans to make those treks go by smoother and faster. UATV's Jackson Miller joins us live off Highway 264 with more.
Travelers heading to XNA Airport usually have to fight through traffic and hit back roads just to get there. Not for long. This highway right beside me, Highway 264, will be connected directly to the airport. This project is going to cost around $127 million, and this road will be about 4 miles long and is going to be a 4-lane wide road. This road is going to connect the airport to Highway 264 along with the Springdale Northern Bypass and Highway 612. The Arkansas Department of Transportation is in charge of this project, And they believe that this is going to give travelers a faster, safer route to the airport to reduce construction on local roads. XNA believes that this connector will significantly help travelers out.
And instead of going down a 2-lane backcountry road, they're going to be able to go on a 4-lane highway and get to their destination that much quicker.
They held a groundbreaking ceremony at the XNA airport for the connector. The road will include several bridges and interchanges as well. It'll still be a few more years until this project is done, but when it is done, people believe that it will have a big impact. Reporting live with UATV, I'm Jackson Miller.
Construction is still underway for the project and isn't expected to be complete until late 2027.
The city of Fayetteville looks for public response on proposed plans relating to railroads in Northwest Arkansas. Concepts for the Northwest Arkansas Rail Corridor Safety Study involves 8 railroad crossings in Springdale and Fayetteville. The city encourages residents to provide thoughts on the proposed improvements to railroad comfort, connectivity, and safety. More information can be found on the City of Fayetteville's website.
The city of Fayetteville looks to improve parking downtown. Starting today, the city will manage the 2 bakery building parking lots on Dixon Street. The change looks to provide residents and visitors a more consistent parking management system. Those parking can pay through the Park mobile app.
An Arkansas composer made her mark in history. How one choir keeps her work alive.
Students, faculty, and staff gathered at the Faulkner Arts Performing Center Monday night. Hear how a professor of almost 4 decades was honored after the break.
A memorial concert for a beloved professor involved almost 100 students and staff members. As a musician since childhood, Dr. Robert Mueller had a lasting impression on those in the community. UATV's Avi Branscombe is live at the Faulkner Performing Arts Center with more.
Here at the Faulkner Performing Arts Center, a memorial was held Monday night for Dr. Robert K. Mueller. Robert Mueller passed away tragically last spring, but the energy at the memorial was still high as people got together to celebrate how he impacted the university and touched the lives of many. As cheers fill the room, one thing is missing. For almost 4 hours, Dr. Robert Mueller's music filled the room.
I think it was very eye-opening, just hearing all the pieces.
The beloved professor may not be in attendance, but those he impacted were.
There was people who didn't perform who were there just to show respect and to enjoy music, because a lot of us as musicians, the best way of connection is through music.
Dr. Mueller was a professor at the University of Arkansas for 37 years and had the opportunity to work with his wife.
I liked almost everything he wrote because there was almost always something that would just really grab you and like pull at your heartstrings, and I don't know how he did it. It was amazing.
His music created connection for the two.
I'm an oboist, so of course I like all of the oboe stuff that he wrote for me.
His music keeps his memory and spirit alive. As a professor, Dr. Mueller was able to share his passions. Music was not the only thing that Dr. Mueller had a passion for. He also loved to try and predict the weather by looking at weather patterns. Here you can see him out in the snow building an igloo and a snow tower and even playing with his kids out at home.
He spent pretty much all of his spare time looking at weather data on different weather data sites.
Spare time was few and far between. Dr. Mueller composed almost 900 works in his career, making his legacy a lasting one for his students, colleagues, and loved ones.
We spent a lot of time planning it, and the students worked really hard. Most of the students knew him and had been involved with him in some way, and I just think they really did a great job. I think my faculty colleagues, they all sounded fantastic. I was just really happy with everything.
As well as being a professor, Dr. Mueller also was in the Fort Smith Symphony for more than 20 years, and he was the director of music at Good Shepherd Lutheran Church here in Fayetteville. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Avery Branscombe.
Dr. Mueller composed music of all kinds. More than 750 of his works were sacred music.
The University of Arkansas Library holds an important part of history of famous composer Florence Price. Price was an African-American woman born in Arkansas. Pieces of her work have been donated to the university for several years. The university's Schola Cantorum Choir continues to honor Price's legacy. One choir member says there needs to be more African-American composer representation.
There needs to be more in the public eye, and what better way to do it than by doing Florence Price? I'm really proud to be a part of this.
The University of Arkansas's Schola Cantorum Choir tours nationally and internationally to perform around 10 concerts every year.
Next is UATV Sports. We're talking men's and women's basketball, hitting up the diamond with Razorback softball, and more. It's always a good time talking Hog sports, so make sure you stick around after the break. Good evening and welcome back to this Wednesday night edition of UATV Sports. I'm Emma Grace Beard, and let's get started with some breaking news that UATV Sports has just received. Head men's track and field coach and multi-time national champion Chris Bucknam has announced that he will retire at the end of 2025 with assistant coach Doug Case taking the reins. Congrats on a great career, Coach Bucknam. Now, moving forward, I have to talk basketball since I'm so excited for the season ahead. Arkansas men's basketball opened the season in dominant fashion Monday night at Bud Walton Arena, taking down Southern 109-77. Trevon Brazile led the way with a career-high 25 points and 11 rebounds, his 11th career double-double, while freshmen Darius Acuff Jr. and Malik Thomas combined for 43 points in their Razorback debuts. Acuff had 20 points in the first half alone, and Thomas added 21 along with 7 assists and 3 steals. The Hogs' 109 points tied the most in a game under head coach John Calipari and marked the program's highest season opening total since 2020. Arkansas also shot an impressive 94% from the free throw line, going 25 for 29. The win makes Arkansas 84-19 all-time in season openers and extends their home opening streak to 52 straight. Up next, the 14th ranked Hogs hit the road for a top 25 matchup at Michigan State Saturday night. Tip-off is set for 6 Central on Fox. Switching over to women's basketball, the team officially kicked off the Kelsey Music era last night with a 93-81 win over Louisiana Tech inside Bud Walton Arena. The Hogs shook off a slow start, trailing by as many as 15 points early before catching fire behind Oral Roberts transfer Talia Jones, who sparked a second quarter comeback to put Arkansas up at the half. Freshman Bonnie Dees shined in her Razorback debut, leading all scorers with 25 points, 21 of those coming in the second half. Jones put up 20 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists, while 5 Hogs scored in double figures overall. After falling behind early, Arkansas closed strong with a 12-2 run in the final 5 minutes to seal the win and give Music her first career victory as head coach. Swinging to the diamond, Arkansas softball has unveiled its 2026 schedule, and it is stacked. The Hogs will play 52 games, including 28 at home inside Bogle Park. Head coach Courtney Deifel's squad faces 13 teams from last year's NCAA tournament, including defending national champ Texas. The season opens February 6th at the Kickin' Chicken Classic in South Carolina, and the first home games come February 20th with the Woo Pig Classic. After a 44-14 season and another super regional run, the Razorbacks look to build on that momentum and success. Razorback volleyball is in action right now at home against Alabama live on the SEC Network. Friday, they'll host Mississippi State streaming on SEC Network Plus. Women's basketball takes on an in-state rival Friday night against UAPB, and football is on a bye this week, but don't worry, the Hogs will be back on the field against LSU next weekend. So as usual, there's a lot of Razorback action to keep an eye on. That's all the time I have tonight for your Razorback Sports Update. Make sure that you tune in to our sports specialty show after the newscast, The Sports Advantage. We're talking lots of fun things tonight, so make sure you tune in. You won't want to miss it. There's more news coming up after the break. Go Hogs.
Make sure to enjoy the nice sunny weather in Fayetteville throughout the weekend.
With highs up to 71 and lows in the 50s in the early mornings.
Fayetteville looks to stay dry throughout this week and the next.
With no football this weekend, the weather looks great for some outdoor hiking or exploring Northwest Arkansas. Students looking to sing their stress away can attend the First Gen Karaoke Night. University programs and the Multicultural Center hope to celebrate first-generation students.
Students can expect snacks, drinks, and karaoke. The event takes place tomorrow night in the Arkansas Union from 5 to 7. And that's all the time we have for this Wednesday night edition of UATV News. Make sure to follow us on social media at UATV News. I'm Kennedy Smith.
And I'm Marley Tajani. Have a great night, Fayetteville.